Hi, my name's Steve Baker, and this is going to be a quick update on a 10.15 update to the queue congestion history feature. So just as a history overview, the queue monitor congestion history command was released in 10.14, and this feature really provides a time series data collection for the queue depth on selected interfaces. And this is really accomplished by polling the queue statistics at a periodic level and storing that data in a time series database. And this time series data is exposed to the user via CLI and REST, where REST can be queried to retrieve a subset of the data based on the query parameters. CLI support for this feature exposes summary level congestion history data for the monitored interfaces, as well as per interface details. And the congestion history data is not persistent on the switch, so it's important to remember history data retention really is limited in order to reduce memory consumption of the switch. In addition, the time precision of the data will become coarser as it ages on the switch, in another effort to keep memory usage within reasonable limits. The queue statistic history can be displayed in the CLI as either a list or a histogram reflecting the last 8 hours of queue statistics, or as a table showing the previous 5 minutes of the queue statistics. And that really allows administrators to view any of the following features. First, a summary of congestion events across the switch, per interface histograms of that congestion data, and per interface detailed view of the congested data. And you can see with 10.14 we've enabled this feature on the 8325, the 9300, the 9300S, and the 10K. But now with the 10.15 we've extended that support to the 8100 as well as the 8360 and the 8360 V2. And just taking a look at the queue monitor congestion history example, we can see that we can display the status of the queue monitor statistics feature with running the show queue monitor status command. And then in the upper issue we can see that it's stopped, but we can enable it. For example, in this example we're going into all ports on this switch and we're enabling them running the queue monitor command. And then you can run that same command again, show queue monitor status command, and we'll see that the queue monitor is actually running, and we can see which interfaces that's been enabled on. And here we can see an example of displaying the queue statistics history for at least all the monitored interfaces in a list format. So you can see the command here is show queue monitor list, and then of course it shows the queue interfaces as well as the queues and the depth of the statistics history on those queues. And here we have an example which displays a portion of the output of the show interface 118 queue monitor command, and this is showing the queue statistics history data in a tabular format. And this of course is showing with a minimum depth of 2 kilobytes. So we can see the example here in the command is show interface 118 queue monitor, and then of course we're telling it to show it to us in a table, and then we're giving a minimum depth of kilobytes of 2. And we can see here in Q1 we've got at specific time stamps we've got the specific amount of queue depth that's been actually used on the switch. And here we can see another example of running the queue statistics history command, but this is in the histogram format. So of course we can see that the command is show interface 118, and we're running the queue monitor command, and then of course we're just telling it to use the histogram format with the histogram word there. And then here again, of course, we can see the count at the depth for the specific queues and how much kilobytes is actually being used in those specific queues. Really, for more information on this feature, refer to the quality of service guide for your specific switch model. And I hope that was helpful. Have a great day.